Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had so many questions. How do we record an episode? Where do we find background music? How do we get our show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places that people like to listen? And where do we find advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. Anchor makes it simple to get up and running. You can upload and schedule your podcasts ahead of time. It publishes to all the major podcast platforms. You can easily check your stats. I could go on, but instead, why don't you go and get started? Go to anchor.fm/start to join the e-commerce minute and a diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. We can't wait to hear your podcast.
It's the E-commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts, Bart Mraz and John Suter. The E-commerce Minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's the E-commerce Minute, episode 305.
In today's episode, IBM patents coffee drone.
One day, a drone might deliver you your afternoon caffeine fix. IBM has secured a patent for a coffee drone that not only flies around public spaces to provide hot Java, but may also predict which people need a caffeine boost. IBM said the tech could be used in offices to avoid that mid-afternoon slump or near coffee shops to give sales a jolt. According to the patent filing, the drone could be used in an office, cafe, or event setting where a pre-ordered cup of coffee would be delivered to the drinker or where a caffeine-deprived individual would flag it down like a taxi. Facial or voice recognition software or an electronic ID tag or Bluetooth from a person's smartphone ensures the coffee gets to the right person. If that's not crazy enough for you, the patent goes on to state it can predict precisely when someone might need a caffeine jolt and proactively deliver the hot Joe right to the person. The drone would assess someone's recent sleep quality via Fitbit or similar tracking device, their work calendar, showing, for example, how many meetings they might be attending, biometrics, blood pressure, pupil dilation, facial expressions, and wake-up time. And if you're wondering how a drone can deliver a hot cup of coffee, the drone itself will be equipped with an onboard heater. And how does the coffee get from drone to customer? One suggested way is having a string attached to the drone and the coffee, with the drone cutting the string once it senses the coffee being pulled away. Sounds totally safe. What could go wrong? The IBM patent goes on to list other practical applications like serving drinks in bars. The drone sensors would detect if the person was overserved by looking for visual cues like sleepiness, unsteadiness, or slurred speech cues, and would ignore the patron if they tried to flag down the booze drone. The drone would also determine and not serve the patron if they were a minor. In 2014, Dutch entrepreneurs built a similar app-based drone delivery system called Coffee Copter that took coffee from a shop within an office building and delivered to a predetermined landing pad within the building. Don't go searching the skies for your coffee delivery just yet. As with most of these drone patents, a lot of practical and logistical work needs to be done with drone technology and its general acceptance before we'll see them go mainstream for deliveries.
What can go wrong?
Yeah, what could go? Let's put a robot in the sky delivering hot liquids.
Hot liquids on a string.
We make a lot of fun out of these. It's going to be one of those things where suddenly and quicker than we realize, this kind of stuff is going to become mainstream. And we're going to be here looking back at these days going, remember the old days when we used to laugh at this? But right now, this stuff seems just so bonkers.
It is. I just don't understand.
So I think I think somebody's trying too hard here. I just don't understand why this is even needed. Now, for entertainment purposes, if you just do it strictly, let's say you're at a big outdoor concert or something, and it's a novelty, it's food entertainment. It's, oh, look, here comes the drone delivering your drinks. That I could totally see. But this drone flying around looking at people, seeing if you need coffee, I just don't understand who had this idea and why they thought the need to patent it, because they saw some future need for this type of technology. Like that doesn't kind of add up for me.
No, it's just weird. I don't know. I in my mind, I have this a whole bunch of drones just bumping each other and twisting the coffee together and just spilling over people's heads.
Yeah. I mean, if you're delivering coffee, why does it need to go through the air? Just use a cart, I mean, why not? I mean, what would make more sense is like one of those, like those delivery robots, which I think they already have. I guess there's somebody, I don't know. I think it's the theatrical thing of it.
Yeah.
Like they have sushi drones and now it's coffee drones. So I don't know. But in the end, it's still hot coffee flying through the air. And that makes me a little uneasy.
also sensing when you need coffee is kind of something there.
That's kind of really out there. I just, like I said, I don't know what the thought is going here. It's really strange.
This would be kind of amazing
right, so
to watch for a while.
IBM Coffee Drone. We have a picture of the very funny patent filing, which shows a person waving down a drone to get the coffee, and then you see the little string, and the guy going, "Yippee! Here's my coffee." He's got it in his hand. You see the picture?
Yeah.
He's like, "Yippee! I got my coffee." So, all right. Anything else to add to this very weird story, Bart?
Oh, just get your coffee black from the corner.
Right. Walk up to the counter like a human. All right. That's your e-commerce minute for today. We have full show notes and pictures of the patent on our website, ecommerceminute.co. That is your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media @Sumo Heavy.